So next question is about e-governance. E-governance is a critical tool of governance, as assured in effectiveness, transparency and accountability in governments. What inadequacies hamper the enhancement of these features? So you can talk about, you can introduce the question, you can give the introduction as to what is e-governance, or some definition by World Bank or something like that sort, or you can talk about e-governance in general, how it refers to the usage of ICT to deliver government services in different stages, from passing, from delivery to accountability, audit and all of that. And then so here we'll look at the body first, then go to the conclusion. And the body, 3 parts, 15 marker, 3 parts: how e-governance is connected to effectiveness, how e-governance is connected to accountability, how e-governance is connected to transparency, how it's a critical tool of each of these. So effectiveness, how it's you can, you just think about the examples and then connect it to the point. Effectiveness, you have one-stop portals like the Umang app, which is about more than 1200 applications, services. So that's a one-stop solution. It simplifies. So that leads to effectiveness. Then you can think about e-office, how that leads to paperless less resources, e-office. Then you can talk about speed, like something like the Friends initiative of Kerala government, or Seva of Andhra Pradesh, or something of that sort. Whatever examples, you need to have a list of examples for e-governance from different states and a comparison between something in India and some other major countries, because e-governance is separately mentioned in the syllabus. And then another point could be online taxation, something like e-filing for India as well, like ITR filing. It's a lot of it is online, already auto filled in many cases, or you can easily take grievance redressal. You have grievance redressal options as well online. And then you can talk about telemedicine, something like e-Sanjeevani. You can talk about something like e-Naam in terms of agriculture, like how the supply chain is digitized. You can talk about so these are for effectiveness. So it's 15 marker, 5 points, 5 to 6 points in each heading is good enough. Think about the example, then come up with the argument, then add the example to substantiate. E-governance, critical for transparency. You have real-time information, for example, in terms of some schemes, like some initiatives like the Merit India. Real-time information in terms of in each sector, in each this thing, you have a certain this thing for real-time information. If you look at the various portals of Ministry of Education, the Shagun portal, you have real-time information on the implementation of various government schemes, like how many schools have internet, like how many schools have toilets for girl children, like all of that. A lot of the portals or dashboards, all of that have real-time information. So that leads to transparency. What is the government doing right now? What is the status? What is it achieved? And then GEM, the GEM portal for public procurement, again that ensures transparency, that ensures that the procurement happens only through that portal at those prices. There's no other round routing that happens. Then you have the RTI online, which ensures that there's transparency. You have the open data initiative, and you have a lot of initiatives that ensure that there is transparency. How do you come up with points? You just think about the various things of government that government is doing, like RTI, like something like in agriculture, what is government doing, which is showing transparency. Like you have Aadhaar enabled systems, you have Aadhaar enabled this thing in even voting, you have this thing. Again, there's a role of technology in that. So think about the various things the government is doing, how it is using it in policing, how it is using in some sector like agriculture, in manufacturing, in logistics, something like anything, procurement. In that way, think about the example, come with the argument. Then think about accountability. You have CP Grams portal, grievance redressal happens, status, you can come up, you can know about the status. Then you have digital attendance. You have digital attendance in most government offices. So Aadhaar enabled biometric systems. You have social audits. Even e-governance is used in something like the ACER survey by non-government bodies as well, and somewhere even the government bodies use surveys online and otherwise to ensure that the social audit accountability is fixed. You find the plug the gaps which are there, and then so that is there in each sector, like it be it in education, audits are done by NCERT, audits are done by the Ministry of Health for before certain policies are made, things like that. Then you can talk about monitoring mechanisms like the PFMS, Public Financial Management System, with a Management Information System, MIS model. You have the Pragati system, like a lot of softwares, MIS systems, decision support systems, you have a lot of those which are in place, which are again used to monitor, ensure accountability. So you have 15 points, you divided it in terms of accountability, transparency, effectiveness, depending on the examples that have come to your mind. And then briefly, although it is not separately, okay, so it is asked what are the inadequacies, challenges. So you can talk about digital divide in terms of how rural internet access in this thing, rural areas is less, or phone access and internet access for women is limited. Talk about the numbers. If you remember, cyber security issues, you can talk about any recent cyber security issue that has come up. Like there were ITR in the like there were some issues in power grids. You can talk about, if you're not sure, you can say, like if you don't know whether that has actually happened, if it has only come in news, you can say the alleged or the you can like make it a little more safer. Then you can talk about how there are technical glitches, like in the ITR portal there were certain technical glitches, things like that can also be quoted. Whenever you come across events from newspaper, you can add those as well. Then you can talk about the language barriers. Those are like social issues, like how can we ensure that vernacular languages, even tribal languages or folk languages can also be on board, so as to ensure that there is equity, so as to ensure that everyone has an equal access to e-governance. So that is how you can approach.
Hi, a very good evening to all of you. I hope prelims 2024 आप लोगों का सही से हुआ होगा. Now is the time when you should prepare for mains wholeheartedly. And to help you in assisting in this endeavor, we are coming up with a very important program known as Civil Services Accelerator Program. देखो मेंस में आपको हर कोई बोलेगा कि 450 नंबर GS 1 2 3 4 में आने चाहिए, ऐसे में 120 130 आने चाहिए, बट हाउ टू अचीव इट, वो करना कैसे है, कौन कौन से वो पिलर्स है जिन पे हम फोकस करने वाले हैं. तो पिलर्स देखो बहुत बेसिक है. फर्स्ट वी गोइंग टू इंश्योर दैट जो भी हम यहाँ करंट अफेयर की क्लासेस लेंगे दे गोइंग टू बी लिंक्ड विद द स्टैटिक पार्ट, सो दैट यू कैन गेट अ वेरी गुड अंडरस्टैंडिंग. चाहे यूपीएससी फिर बाद में स्टैटिक पोर्शन से पूछे या फिर करंट से, आपका अच्छे से कवर हो जाएगा. सेकंड इज अबाउट एथिक्स, कि आप एथिक्स अच्छे से कवर करिए, बोथ पोर्शन सेक्शन ए एज वेल एज द केस स्टडीज, एंड इफ यू डू इट प्रॉपर्ली यू विल गेट वेरी गुड मार्क्स. देन फिलोसॉफिकल एसेज, सबसे कम मार्क्स आजकल एसे में आने लग गए स्टूडेंट्स के, 80 90 100 तक मैक्सिमम लोग स्टॉप हो जाते हैं. तो हाउ टू इंश्योर दैट कि वो मार्क्स हमारे 130 तक पहुंचे, उसके लिए हम ऐसे फोकस करेंगे. एंड देन यू गोइंग टू हैव अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टेस्ट सीरीज व्हिच इज गोइंग टू इंश्योर कि यार अच्छे से आप प्रैक्टिस कर पाओ और इवेलुएट कर पाओ अपने आप को. एंड दीज आर द इंपॉर्टेंट एरियाज व्हिच वी गोइंग टू फोकस अपॉन. इनफैक्ट दीज आर द पिलर्स ऑफ मेंस प्रिपरेशन फॉर करंट अफेयर्स. A team of faculties including me, we are going to assisting you in each and everything. We'll have Rajvardhan sir, we'll have Neha ma'am, me alongside some other faculties will also be part of this. We'll focus on 3 areas, okay? जो टॉपिक बहुत स्टैटिक लगते हैं लेकिन वहां से करंट का क्वेश्चन हर बार आता है, जैसे लोकल सेल्फ गवर्नेंस, ऐसे क्वेश्चंस को हम पहले से ही संभाल के रखेंगे. सोसाइटी के बहुत सारे टॉपिक हैं ऐसे जहां से बार बार क्वेश्चन आता है, लगता नहीं है कि आएगा बट आ जाता है. ट्रेंड स्पेसिफिक क्वेश्चन, फाइनेंस कमीशन, क्लाइमेट चेंज, ऐसे ऐसे जितनी भी थीम है वो इसमें आएंगे. एंड थर्ड, ईयर स्पेसिफिक. ईयर स्पेसिफिक मींस दैट इस साल जैसे मान लो साइंस एंड टेक में कुछ अच्छे डेवलपमेंट्स हैं तो यूपीएससी वहीं से पूछ लेता डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन. सो दोस काइंड्स ऑफ करंट अफेयर विल आल्सो बी कवर्ड. So that's why if you want to become part of a very important course, this is the course for you. कि सारी आपकी करंट अफेयर की चिंता फिनिश. With respect to ethics, we have one of the most stalwart person, Atul sir. Atul sir has been teaching for more than 13 years ethics. है ना, जब से शुरू हुआ है 2013 से पेपर, तब से सर पढ़ा रहे हैं. And if you want to get his mentorship, then eventually जितने भी प्रॉब्लम्स आती है एथिक्स में वो सारी सॉल्व आउट हो जाएंगे, चाहे वो आपकी बेसिक कंसेप्ट हैं, कंटेम्प्रेरी एग्जांपल्स हैं. इफ यू नॉट एबल टू इंक्लूड द थिंकर्स इन द आंसर, वो भी सॉल्व हो जाएगा. along with the answer writing is going to become very very refined. In fact, he has already taken an orientation session. You can just watch it on our YouTube channel and you will get very good outcome for that. एथिक्स में जो होंगे लगभग 20 घंटे के आसपास क्लासेस होंगी, आपको पीवाईक्यूज वगैरह के लिए हेल्प की जाएगा, हैंडआउट्स दिए जाएंगे, अच्छे एग्जांपल जाएंगे, एंड प्लस मोर इंपॉर्टेंटली 1-to-1 मेंटरशिप इज गोइंग टू बिकम अ पार्ट ऑफ इट. सो एथिक्स इज वन एरिया वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. देन कम्स द एसे. In the essay, we are going to focus upon philosophical areas. तो पहले वहां पे आपको टीच भी करेंगे, me along with Manikant sir as well as Kapil Sikka sir. We are going to be part of this so that those of you who can eventually get the best out of yourself, आपको कोई भी रुकावट नहीं आनी चाहिए. So focus किस चीज पे रहेगा? Coverage of all the important themes which are there in the PYQs. और सबसे ज्यादा फोकस फिलोसफी पे ही करेंगे. Then handouts दिए जाएंगे, आपको एक्सपर्ट फैकल्टीज के साथ 1-to-1 मेंटरशिप भी कराई जाएगी. And as a result of this, you can score very high in the essay. लगभग 25 से 30 घंटे की क्लासेस होंगी, कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव हैंडआउट, कंपाइलेशन, वर्कशीट, 1-to-1 मेंटरशिप. सारी चीजें आपको अच्छे से दी जाएंगी. एंड इफ यू आर एबल टू अचीव इट, मेक श्योर दैट कि आप तरीके से उसको यूटिलाइज करें एंड फाइनली आउटकम लेके आए मेंस के अंदर. एंड फाइनली व्हेन इट कम्स टू टेस्ट सीरीज, ऑल द फैकल्टीज आर गोइंग टू बी टुगेदर टू इंश्योर दैट जो भी आपका एरिया होगा उसमें आपको अच्छे लेवल का हम आउटपुट दे पाए, आपको अच्छी मेंटरशिप प्रोवाइड कर पाए, चाहे वो GS 1, 2, 3, 4 या फिर ऐसे पेपर हो. So that's why you're going to have a test series also along with this. And in this test series, we have to make sure questions quality, model answers, the discussion sessions, all of them they are top notch, so that इस साल जो मेंस है आपके लिए एक eventually game changer बन जाए and we are able to become a part of your success journey. This is the objective with which we are starting this program, and this program is going to be very very useful for all those students who are eventually becoming part of the mains for this year. अभी prelims का result आने वाला है, so let us hope majority of you have worked very hard, आपका final call आ ही जाए. Many sessions are going to happen. Some have happened, like ethics का session has already been taken by Atul sir, and June 25 was taken. essay का जो है 2 जुलाई को होगा. Answer writing template का जो session है, it will be taken by the rank 4 of this year. It's going to focus specifically on paper 2, paper 3. Current affair की classes 28 जून को first होगी. It will be dealing with IR. इसकी सेकंड क्लास होगी वो नेक्स्ट वीक ऑन द जुलाई ऑफ 4th होगा. सो व्हाट इज रिक्वायर्ड फ्रॉम योर साइड, आप इन सेशंस का पार्ट बनिए. दीज सेशंस आर ओपन इन नेचर. ट्राई टू गेट योर डाउट्स रिजॉल्व्ड, एंड वंस यू फील लाइक नहीं ट्रस्ट आ रहा है, कॉन्फिडेंस आ रहा है इस इंस्टीट्यूट पे, देन बिकम अ पार्ट ऑफ द program, and once you become part of this program, we'll take care everything from your side. Okay, so all the very best. If you have any query, any doubt, you can reach out to these numbers. These numbers, if you dial, you'll get the link to our counselors and they will help you out in understanding. If कोई डिटेल में आपको लगता है कोई इश्यूज लग रहा हो कि भाई ये मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, they will help you out with respect to that also. And for all the important kind of videos, you can stick to our YouTube channel and we're going to help you out in the whole UPSC civil services preparation. All right, all the very best. Thank you so much.